Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. Under that blanket is Potato, and welcome back to our channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. Hi, hey, hello. How are you doing? I am back again with another reaction to an Amberlynn read vlog. Are you ready? Are you excited? Are you thrilled? I also have a little catching up to do because it's been a while since Amberlynn was on her every other day posting schedule. And it seems like at least for this first week back into the new year, she has committed to it. And so if you haven't been around in a while since she did that the last time, usually since I don't post a lot on the weekends, usually what I do is just recap a video if it gets posted over the weekend and then react to the most recent one. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'll make sure to leave some timestamps in case you want to skip around to the particular recap that you want to check out. Okay, sound good? But first, I want to say thank you to today's sponsors. Today's sponsor is June's Journey. June's Journey is a mobile game that I've been playing for a while now on my channel. If you've watched for a while, you know that they've sponsored me before, and I really enjoyed playing it. It's a fun hidden object game where you are searching for like objects and little scenarios and sceneries. And it's free to download on your mobile device. While it is about finding hidden objects and beautiful, created, artistically designed scenes, it also tells a little murder story that progresses as you go through the game. It also gives you the option to customize, remodel, and fix your mansion and garden island, which can be a fun little addition to the storyline and also the hidden object game. I personally love playing mobile games like this when I'm waiting for a video to upload or finish uploading or export while I'm waiting to go live on Twitch. Whatever it might be, whenever I have downtime, I love to just pull up a little mobile game like this to waste some time in between activities. I find it's a really calming, relaxing way to spend my free time. You can download June's Journey for free by clicking the link in my description box down below or using the QR code that's on the screen. It's available on both Android and iOS mobile devices or on your PC through Facebook Games. Thanks so much to June's Journey for sponsoring today's video. Again, make sure to click the link down below if you're interested in downloading it. Now let's get to today's video. Alright, so the video y'all missed. Well, honestly, y'all probably didn't miss it. I should say the video that I missed. It was called, Am I Going to Be on TLC? Broke no contact with my ex, and I'm going viral on TikTok. Bar vlog. And honestly, truly, the three things in the title, this is a 13-minute long video. The three things in the title probably collectively take up about a third of the video, and they're also mostly the only interesting things that happen in the video. I mean, I could have transformed the content in a reaction otherwise, but in terms of like keeping you up to date with all the things going on in Amberlynn Reid's world, I'll just cover the most important things. The one thing that wasn't addressed in the title is that she is doing her little daily weigh-ins and posting them and recording them and posting them in her vlogs. So she shows about 3 days worth of weigh-ins in this video. And on the first day she weighs in, she weighed about 3 more pounds than she did the day before. But then by the time she gets done weighing herself, she is no longer weighing those additional 2 to 3 pounds that she weighed in on the first day. Meaning, I think overall in this video, she shows that she's lost like a pound, and this is always my frustration with her daily weigh-ins, and I think she gets in her head about her daily weigh-ins. It's just that like she takes it so seriously if she gains weight one day, not acknowledging that like weight fluctuates. It's common to go up and down a pound or two in a few days' time. But what do I know? What do I know? What the fuck do I know? I guess nothing necessarily. I'm not an expert. I'm just talking from the experience I have of watching Amberlynn's channel for all these years. So the first part of the title that she addresses is TLC contacting her to do a show. And I will say, over the history of time of her channel, she has talked about this in the past before. I think the last time I remember her explicitly talking about it, she was still dating Beck. So it has been a while since I remember her bringing it up on her channel. Not to say that my remembrance isn't maybe just bad, but I will say in the context of this video, she does share new stuff about TLC reaching out to her for a TV show.
So people were contacting me saying like, are you gonna be on TLC? Has TLC contacted you? And the answer is yes. TLC has contacted me more times than I can count. I have done quite a few interviews for different TV shows. There's actually a popular TV show that literally is running that interviewed me last year, and I was fixing to get up and move just to be a part of the TV show, and I kind of want to like share a story time about that, but that'll be in another video.
She specifically talks about even just as recently as last year getting offered a TLC show that she was fully considering like uprooting her life and moving for. But of course she says that's another story and we can't hear about it. She'll tell that story time in another video. And I honestly don't understand why she doesn't just share it here. Like, she could have made this whole video just about her experiences of talking to TLC about a show with them. She could share all of that information all in one video, and that video on its own would have been more interesting than the other 2/3 of this video. This was only a 13-minute long video. It's not like she couldn't have made it even just also a little bit longer and shared that story too. I don't understand why she's not just talking about it, outside of she just hopes that we'll click on this TLC related clickbait title again in the future. I will say it's not really clickbait because she does talk about TLC, but you know what I'm saying, like clickbait in the sense that she wants us to click on her video in the future. The bait part isn't really there because you're actually getting what you clicked for, but you get what I'm saying, right? I'm sorry, I'm rambling Reed over here. But then what she also shares is that she got reached out to about a TLC show with Dr. Now that seems to be new and is not My 600-Pound Life.
So yes, they contacted me saying that Dr. Nazardian from 600-Pound Life is actually going to be like doing a new TV show, and they wanted me to be a part of it. So I was supposed to set up a phone call with the lady who contacted me and stuff. But I actually got a message from her today saying like, we need the people who are going to be on the show to be 550 pounds or higher, like closer to like to the 600 mark. So I was like, oh, well, that's not me.
And I guess apparently she's not able to do that show anymore because she's too skinny. I think regardless of if that's the real reason or not, I don't know. I'm not sure that I 100% buy that because like, yeah, sure, she's not 550 pounds, but also she's very short, you know? So like if she isn't quite there, I don't know why a matter of like 30, 40 pounds would really matter to TLC, but also I'm not a casting producer, so maybe I just don't get it, you know?
I can also just say I've applied to some like reality shows in the past, and I imagine that this is something that they would have specified from the beginning, like the ideal weight size of a potential candidate for the show. So I'm confused why all of a sudden out of nowhere they would be like, oh, this 30-40 pound difference is a really big deal and it matters to us. That feels like it'd be weird if they'd already been talking about it. I think there's probably more to the story about why she's no longer talking to these people about a potential show.
But regardless of if she's telling the truth about that, my question really lies in why would she want to do a television show with Dr. Now, who is a well-known, famous weight loss surgeon, a well-known surgeon that does specifically weight loss surgery for morbidly obese people. Why would she want to do a show like that when she already in this past year was like, I no longer want weight loss surgery. I no longer want to pursue this. Why would she do that? That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand that as a concept. Like, you were literally going through the process for weight loss surgery and then you decided, that's not what's meant for you. You didn't really ever give a good full explanation of why you quit. But like, you quit that process, you know? You wasted people's time, energy, and resources by just giving up on that process. Honestly, it's probably for the best that Amberlynn didn't get a TLC show because I can't deal with TLC. Following the 1,000 Pound Sisters is enough for me right now, okay? I don't know if I could take on whatever they called Amberlynn's show, okay? The part about the TikTok isn't, like, particularly interesting, but Amberlynn does come on to humble brag about getting a viral TikTok because she opened up her comments.
Speaking of TikTok, I have a TikTok going viral right now. It is literally, I think, maybe like 2,000 away from reaching 1 million views. And you guys are so sweet in the comments. And it's just like, thank you. But I think what's helping that is like the fact that I kept the comments on.
And yeah, I agree that the largest part of her success on TikTok was just opening up the comments. I've been saying she should do that if she wants viral TikToks because TikTok cares so much about that in terms of the algorithm. They want to see that your content is being engaged with, and opening up your comments section allows for that to happen. I will say credit to Alex's Shook for this, that he shared that if you don't use TikTok a lot, when you go to a video, oftentimes it will put up like a recommended search for the video so that you could go look up, I guess, more content related to it. And if you look at the search that's suggested on that particular viral TikTok, it says Amberlynn Reid lying. Which is fascinating because I did just recently also post a TikTok. It's not viral. It did not get nearly as much attention as Amberlynn Reid's did, but I did just post a new TikTok. And by that, I mean like last week. The suggested search for mine, can I just tell you what it says? It says Amberlynn Reid, Becky Wipe. That's what comes up in the search suggestion when you look at my most recent TikTok. So anyways, the search feature, the TikTok feature of the suggested search really is out here telling on Amberlynn Reid to people who might not know anything about her when she comes across their For You page. And the last thing of particular interest for Amberlynn is that at the end of the video, she's talking about how she's just scrolling TikTok and she saw Drew Barrymore TikTok and it just made her think of Wifey, and she was just so sad that she had to break her no contact with Wifey.
I don't know what it is, but I've been thinking so much of my ex lately, and it just like reminded me of her. And I broke no contact, by the way. Yeah, it happened. So the last time I actually messaged her was November 1st, and I told myself, don't do it again. But January 2nd, after like a couple weeks of just like literally I can't stop thinking about her, like I hope she's okay, I ended up texting her, and I still haven't gotten a response. I don't think that I will. And something about that, like, it tears me to pieces because, like, I miss my best friend. And I miss the person that, like, I was gonna spend forever with. Like, I miss her so much. Like, all of the good times I miss so freaking much. And I don't know, like, it's just, like, I keep seeing, like, TikToks and like just things that remind me of her and make me think of her, and I'm just like, my goodness.
And I don't know, I don't have a lot to say about this other than I did happen to scroll down into her comment section of this video, and the very first comment I saw I think encapsulates perfectly how I feel about her contacting Wifey, because I said this in the past essentially. Well, I've said similar things to this in the past, but this person said, texting someone who asked you not to isn't breaking no contact. It's violating a clearly defined boundary. I hope Feline blocks you and keeps her peace. And that's really all I could think about when Amberlynn was like crying and saying she reached out to Wifey, because it was Amberlynn herself who told us on her channel that Wifey asked her to not contact her anymore, asked her to no longer communicate with her. And it's just like, Amberlynn, you don't understand other people's boundaries whatsoever. She was very clear to you, according to yourself, about not wanting to talk to you, and yet here you are. Here you are. So like, leave her alone. I hope she finds her peace. And I hope you find your peace too and you move the fuck on. It's time. It's time, Amberlynn. And anyways, that's all you really missed on that video. I mean, there were other things. Like, there were the fake Legos, the little Amazon Legos, I think was a thing. She talked about biting them with her teeth or something to get them apart. But yeah. Yeah, nothing that I have additional commentary on, at least in this moment. So let's jump into today's video then, which is called I Regret Hurting My Ex, Meeting New People, and Ross Hall Bar Vlog. I don't know, I said that Ross Hall part because I was thinking about the hilarious Ross Matthews, or is it the hilarious, or the she? What is the pun they make on Drag Race? Anyways, I was thinking of Ross Matthews, which is always a little ooh, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, the part of this video that she thinks is gonna draw attention to her channel is that I regret hurting my ex. And my initial gut, well, not my gut, my initial place where my brain went to was like, oh, this interview with Casey just happened. She's probably trying to draw on that. But then what my gut is telling me is that she wants people to think it's about Casey, but it's probably going to be about Wifey. It's probably going to be about Feline, especially considering the video she posted right before this was specifically talking about how she reached out to Wifey and texted her. So that's probably all we're in store for. She's probably going to talk about being sad that she hurt Wifey or whatever, you know? So anyways, let's get to, shall we?
Hey guys.
Hi.
It's time to weigh in.
Hello.
It's ready.
Okay, stepping on.
Stepping on.
514.8 pounds.
Okay.
514.8, which is
All
about
right.
the same as yesterday.
I think so,
I'll take
correct. Well, actually, I think
So
she...
today,
Yep, that's what I thought. I was like, I think she gained 0.2 of a pound, which is important to her. She loves a decibel.
is 514.8.
All right. Okay.
So yesterday.
Oh, I didn't tell y'all about her little other system she has here. The little frowny face in the corner of the date is if she was not on track, and the heart is if she is on track. It's very reminiscent of the bullet journal situation where she was keeping track of whether she was or wasn't on track. And she also did this one other time when she was just using loose leaf paper to keep track of everything. So just in case you're wondering, I know a lot of people also ask about the bullet journal, but she did say at one point on her Instagram stories last year that she was going to keep that just for herself and not update people about it anymore. So that's why she stopped talking about it, but I imagine it doesn't exist at all anymore, to be honest with you.
Very much a oh boy.
Oh my God. Not on track.
I was on track all day long, and then nighttime hit, and I let the cravings win. So
Okay.
that's what happened. So I am doing these daily weigh-ins, but every Monday, which actually works out perfect since we started on Monday, every Monday is going to be like my official weigh-in, and I'm going to say how much I lost in the week.
No, I'm sorry, what? What makes it more official on Monday than any of the other days you're weighing in? What in the Amberlynn Reed logic? I don't get it. I don't understand.
Okay.
Oh, all we got for that day, just so we're all on the same page, all we got for vlogging that day was the weigh-in.
So January 6th, time for
All right,
another
January
weigh-in.
6th.
Hello.
Hello.
It's ready.
Thank you. All right, stepping on.
Okay.
513.6.
Oh, she's 513.
13.6.
Let's go.
I am down more weight.
You're down a pound.
Round of applause. Okay, so.
Wait, was that what she started at the beginning of January? I can't remember now. I see. This is why I can't be too bothered to sit here and worry about what her weight is, because I can't ever remember, to be honest. I have a bad memory in general. My remembrance isn't great, but specifically when it comes to numbers, I'm lucky to remember, like, my birthday, my social security number, which I do frequently mess up. I have to have the card next to me so I don't put it down wrong if it's ever needed. And then, like, Noel's birthday's easy to remember because it's the day after mine. And outside of that, I'm screwed, okay? I can't remember shit.
5:13.
Okay.
6. Happy to see it.
Oh, wait, no, she started at 5:15. So we're down 2 pounds, and honestly, this is why I don't think she should weigh herself every day, because honestly, if she got to Monday, like, let's say Monday really is an official weigh-in, meaning it's the only day she weighs in once a week, maybe a little bit more reasonable, and she had gotten down a few pounds, it's gonna feel more productive, you know? Like, I think that would make way more sense, and she could actually sit there and be like, oh my god, I worked really hard for a week, and wouldn't be over here beating herself up over, like, 1 or 2 bad days.
I was on track.
Work, diva.
So Saturdays and Sundays, sometimes Fridays. The weekend in general, I feel like is the hardest for me to stay on track.
Why?
Especially because I'm usually out doing things. So it's going to be very interesting to see how I do.
If she doesn't stop poking this calendar with that fucking pin, I was about to say how are those days any different, but I imagine it does feel like a weekend for her because it's probably an actual weekend for her mom, meaning her mom doesn't have to work, which is when she can go run all of her errands with Amberlynn. So I guess in that way it probably does feel different for her. I hope that she realizes that there are alternatives to, first of all, eating out at all with her mom while she is out running the errands, but also, like, even when you're eating out, you can make choices that are not bad, you know?
Official first weigh-in is coming up on the 8th. I'm excited to see how much I lose in the first week. I'm
so sick of the official first weigh-in shit, though. Like, I'm so excited to see what I weigh in the first week. Girl, you literally are weighing yourself every day. You already know. You already know.
I do plan on kicking it into more of like a high gear.
Okay.
I have had days where I have been off track, but I want to make that happen.
You had 2 days.
And even on the days where I am on track, I want to do even better than that.
Girl, you only had 2 of the 5 days you have here. Less than half of them have been days off track. You're doing fine.
Hey guys, so it is super late at night, almost 2 a.m. I actually just got home. So today was a pretty long day. I hung out with my mom. We went to bingo.
It's been a while since we heard about the old bingo. It's been a while. I'm glad you're still going.
Ross, which I have a little haul that I can show you guys. But I went to like a get-together type deal, and I met my mom's boyfriend's boss.
Okay.
Who actually is super amazing, and I loved it. And I don't know, it was just like a really good night, and we played Cards Against Humanity, and it was just really fun. I just wanted to check in and say I have been a busy bee all day. Like, I didn't film anything. I guess I could have filmed at Ross, but their music was playing super loud. I don't want to get copyrighted, like the whole.
Sorry, I'm like I'm processing. The gears are turning up here. the gears are gearing. Okay, they're rotating. They're connected. They're moving, and it's just like I'm trying to process the information that is the way she qualified this person that she met, which was her mom's boyfriend's boss. like that's where we're at in terms of the people that Amberlynn is friends with over here, which is great. Listen, I won't shit on her. It's hard to make friends when you move to a new city. It really is. I promise you, when I moved to Chicago, it took me a while to really build the friend base. All right, I feel that. I empathize with that. I just am like, What a fascinating qualifier for this person that you met. I feel like you could have just been like, oh, like I was just hanging out with a friend of my mom's and they were really cool and I enjoyed spending that time with them. But work, I love it.
Well, 9, So my really quick Ross haul is I got this new makeup bag because the one I have now is just like too big. I don't have a lot of makeup that I use in my makeup bag, so I just needed to downsize. I got these. Is
a makeup bag being too big a problem? Like, is it having extra space inside? I mean, I'm not a makeup artiste. I don't own any makeup outside of some lip gloss, which I do love an occasional lip gloss moment. But, like, I can't imagine that would be an issue that you just had to downsize. But work, I mean, it is kind of a cute bag, so I guess go off, diva.
2 cute, adorable cherry cup sets.
All right, big cherry.
I don't drink tea, but I could drink other things out of here. And it comes with these super cute plates.
Okay.
I was like, my God, those are adorable. And if you guys know me, I do daily journal.
I know you all right.
I saw this super cute
I know
Betsy
you all
Johnson
right.
journal. There was also 2 more. But
what wouldn't be a haul without an unneeded bag and an unneeded journal? Let's fucking go. 2024 is off to a great start. I'm so glad she's been keeping in mind. Remember when she was packing up to move to Oklahoma and she was like, I'm really gonna try to focus on like not just replacing all of this stuff I'm getting rid of. She just has so much stuff.
They weren't as cute as this. They were cute, but this one just is so freaking adorable.
I guess. All right, next day. What? It's January 7th now?
So
I think that would mean that she was, whatever's filmed here was filmed on the day she posted. Because I think this was posted, 20 hours ago. So that would have been on January 7th. See, I was kind of worried that she wasn't going to be posting every other day. Because I think she did post this particular vlog late at night. So we might be out of luck when it comes to her posting every other day again.
Up with him. Laying on me. Hi, baby.
I normally do cut out a lot of the animal stuff just because I don't have anything to say about it. Unless it's like the pinky pesto gate. The Twinkie pesto gate. But I did get a comment the other day, it's like, I haven't seen wasabi in forever. I hope Twinkie's okay. I hope blah, 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 blah. And I get comments like that from time to time. And just like how Judy isn't always in videos, but she's okay, I don't think we can make any assumptions about any of Amberlynn's animals just because they haven't been on screen, particularly Wasabi. Like, Amberlynn has said that Wasabi is a little bit of a cat that hides a little bit, keeps to himself a little bit, so it would make sense that he's not on the screen as often, but since he is here, for the person that was wondering where Wasabi is, here he is.
January 7th.
Oh, come on, weigh in.
Oh, hello. I should have my vlog up today.
Okay.
But I was so busy yesterday, and I just did not... I don't know. I just was not productive.
Well, let's be honest, baby girl. If you hadn't sat here and filmed on January 7th, you would have only had like 4 minutes worth of vlogging content. So I don't know that you would have actually uploaded a video regardless of how productive you were or were not being.
At my job. So I do apologize. But I'm going to try my hardest to get the video up today regardless of what time.
Let's go.
Anyways, let's do the weigh-in.
Hello. It's ready.
Uh-huh.
I'm a little nervous about this. I'm not going to lie to you.
I'm actually kind of nervous.
513.6.
Okay, so she maintained.
Okay. 513.6. I'm actually very, 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 very relieved and happy with that.
Okay.
So, as you can see, yesterday I was also 513.6.
Uh-huh.
6. So, in my opinion, because of the party yesterday, they had food there.
Wait, what's that?
I just feel like I didn't make the best choices I could.
Wait, she went to a party? I guess is that what she calls hanging out with her? I guess she said it was a get together previously, but when she said that she hung out with her mom's boyfriend, and her mom's boyfriend's boss, I just assumed it was like just them. But I guess that could be a party. Or maybe there was more people there that she didn't tell us about.
We have but I didn't eat a lot of the choices that I chose, if that makes sense. So I guess that explains why I stayed the same.
Okay.
So overall, as a consensus here,
if she
I am part of the
doesn't, I need her to set the pin down. I need her to set the pin down.
Progress that I've made so far. Because a week ago, it would be weight gain, weight gain, weight gain, weight gain, weight gain. It would be a sad face on each one. So progress is happening, and that's exciting. You guys, more times than not.
I mean, I guess whatever she has to tell herself. Whenever she has to tell herself about progress being made. It's true. She is not up since she started, you know. I guess that is progress.
Not forget that I got this out of my nose pierced. Like, I am constantly like, oh, whoops, itching my nose.
I feel that.
Like, you know, like when you dry off after the shower, or like when you're drying your face.
I feel that.
Have the towel. My blanket in my sleep gets hooked on it.
I feel all of that. That was me after I got my first nose piercing. I was just like constantly forgetting it was there. It got caught on my shower towel a couple times. I would itch my nose and irritate it. Yeah, I feel that. Etc.,
etc. So today by far was the worst. It literally made my nose bleed. Oh my god, it hurts.
Yeah, okay,
so
well, let's
bad.
be careful.
So after I got out of the shower, I was drying myself. This happens a lot. This actually recently happened to one of my friends weeks ago. She also has her nose pierced, but I was just doing my normal thing, and normally, like, because this hoop, I've had it for so long, like, I could do whatever. It doesn't get hooked.
I loved her just sitting there.
I don't know, like,
flicking her bean.
But my nose ring got hooked on the towel so hard.
Oh my god, are you okay?
And when I tell you, I yanked. Oh my god.
Yanked.
Bleeding. It was not cute. It was not fun. I have
sure
gotten people asking, like, how's it healing? Well,
wait, who's asking? Who are people? Are people on the internet or people in your personal life? Because I'm just now learning about this. Like, maybe I missed it in an Instagram story or something.
It was doing great. It was doing fantastic.
I misunderstood. I misunderstood. She just meant people were asking in general how her nose piercing was healing, not about her yanking the piercing out. Oh my god. Okay, I got you. My bad. My misunderstanding.
Now it's like red, it hurts, it bled, but it was doing great.
Okay.
I literally can't. Oh, and not that anyone cares, but
Probably
update
not.
on my, like, Amazon drama that I've never really had problems with before until now.
I for sure don't care. in case you are wondering, in the video that I recapped, she also covered some kind of issue with an Amazon delivery or something. I couldn't even tell you the details of it. I think it was supposed to come overnight and then it didn't. Oh my god, the scandal! That'd be quite the scandal. That's like Gilded Age levels of scandal and drama, you know? That's why I love Gilded Age. That's also why I love Downton Abbey. Although Downton Abbey has some way more serious plot lines, but like, I just love the drama of nothing. But apparently I didn't love it enough because I didn't include that in the recap.
Buying a new a new cutting board, and it came out to like $100. And it said, like, problem cured, like, can't deliver it to you.
Problem cured? What's the word accured mean? Oh, problem accured. Problem accured. It's probably right? Problem accured. Does she mean occurred? Wait, does she mean the word occurred? OCCURRED? Wait, is that what she means? Listen, I know people pronounce things all kinds of different ways. And I have tried to be forgiving of all people, not just Amberlynn, but of all people for that stuff, because I mispronounce things. It happens. I think the important part is if you can understand what they're trying to say. I think the problem here is that I don't understand what she was trying to say, and I also think the problem is she meant occurred, and I've never heard somebody pronounce it occurred. I wonder, oh, wait. I Googled problem occurred, right? But then problem occurred came up, and that's when I had this epiphany that that's what she meant. But then tell me why, and listen, I'm not going to put the subreddit name up there, because the last time I even briefly mentioned a subreddit name, people were in my comments so upset that I exposed the subreddit, so I won't do that. I don't want anybody upset about that. But tell me why the very first thing that pops up on Google when you search problem occurred is an Amberlynn subreddit talking about how she pronounces the word occurred. Not me trying to do my Nancy Drew problem solving skills right now, and that's what comes up. I'm fucking dying.
And I'm like, what even happened? So it was like an overnight situation type deal. So like 3 days later, which was yesterday, I think, I decided to contact support because I was just like confused. Like, why wasn't it deliverable? Like, what happened? Is this something I could do? Like, what happened? Well, after talking to support, I guess the package was so damaged, they couldn't like morally deliver it to me. Like, it was that bad. I've never had an Amazon package show up like tore up from the floor up, so that's crazy.
They morally couldn't do it? Where do morals and values come into this?
So I'm just gonna reorder it. I really want the Polaroid Lego, so I'm getting that. And then I saw another Lego. It's like modern art or something. I don't even know. I'll show you guys when I get it, but like, I'm just Lego obsessed. What I've noticed, I've always been a Lego girly for years and years and years. I would do anything to have like a whole Lego room, just like...
Why would you need a Lego room when you usually immediately donate them after you get done building them? You don't need a Lego room. You're gonna donate it. I also just want to say, because I had this thought and I was trying to wait to pause, but I actually do kind of love that, like, an everyday problem that most of us have, well, maybe not everyday, but a common problem that most people have, which is, you know, like, deliveries get messed up and you don't always get your delivery, and sometimes you have to follow up with customer service, and most of us just do that and go on with our day. I love how that is, like, a big ordeal for her. I love that. This really is actually, honestly... Now that I'm saying all this, this is drama. Here we are. This is the Amberlynn Reid show.
Related to that, like, living my best life, like, that is a literal dream of mine. But I notice when I'm, like, on a new diet, or I'm trying not to focus so much on, like, unhealthy habits, whether that be eating for emotional support, for comfort, because I'm bored, whatever it is, I notice that's when I'm like really diving into the Legos.
Well, let's fucking go.
I constantly need to be doing something with my hands.
Let's get fucking neck deep in some Legos then, girl. Let's go. Let's go.
Plus, it's just good for me to find other hobbies. Like, I really want to start scrapbooking again. I have a scrapbook, which I think I've showed to you guys like once. I really, really enjoy doing it. I have a lot of scrapbooking stuff.
Oh God, do you?
It does remind me of my ex because we would do it together. It was something that we bonded over, and it's just something that we enjoy doing.
Am I crazy? Which ex is this? I don't remember her talking about scrapbooking with Wifey at all. At all. But again, okay, maybe this is a case of my remembrance isn't good, but I don't remember that at all.
I'm kind of like having a hard time with that because she has been so heavy on my mind, as you guys know. And a lot of people are like, oh my God, why'd you message her? Like, why'd you do that?
Yeah.
Like, what'd you say? Like,
exactly.
I can't believe she's still not talking to you. Like, that relationship must have been horrible because of, like, no. Like, I've tried to explain to you guys multiple times that I hurt her after the breakup by choosing someone else over her. And I kept doing that, and it's because I thought at the time I was making the right choice. Because at the time I ultimately...
Yeah, okay, this is exactly what I thought it was going to be, which is just her talking about feeling bad about hurting Feline, but hoping that people would click on it thinking it was her talking about Casey.
Did fall in love with someone else. There's just
I also can't believe we're still talking about her falling in love with somebody else, and the someone else in question is somebody that she talked in her Instagram DMs with for 2 weeks. Like, what exactly does love mean to Amberlynn Reid? I would just like to know a little bit more about that.
A lot of things that I wish I would have done differently, and I think about her a lot because I love her. I still love her.
Well, she doesn't want to talk to you.
That was my best friend. That was someone that every time I talk about her,
she doesn't want to talk to you.
Let's not do that. The long story short, literally, I just messaged her because she was...
The long story short is she doesn't want to talk to you. You said that yourself. Like, you said that.
Heavy on my heart. And literally all I said was, I've been thinking a lot about you. I hope you're doing well. It was just one of those, just like... I just want her to know that, like, I still think of her and I still love her. Like, she knows me. Like, she knows my heart. So just those few words, in my opinion, says a lot more than just what the few words say, if that makes sense. I hurt her and I regret hurting her.
I think the thing is that if you regret hurting her, then you should respect her boundaries and not contact her. That's what I think. That's what I think, girly. That's the only thing I have to add to that situation.
More than anything. And it's like, I have apologized, and obviously I wanted her to have that, like, closure, knowing that I was sorry and stuff, but I just feel like after not speaking to her for months, I just feel like with a more clear head, I would love to talk to her and, like...
But she doesn't want to talk to you, girly pop. Like, please.
Just, like, be her friend.
She doesn't want to.
I have gotten contacted by so many of you saying, like, you guys have been in, like, the same position as me. So just know we are not alone. Losing, like, not only... like, your lover and someone you thought you were going to be with forever, but, like, your best friend.
Girl, this is
like,
cringe.
Your favorite person, like, especially someone with, like, BPD. She was, like, my everything. So to, like, lose that...
Listen, I respect everybody who has BPD. I respect people with various mental health diagnoses. I wish she would stop invoking that until she talks to a therapist, really, truly. Only because, like, she herself said she got diagnosed with it. She's supposed to start going and seeing a specialist. I think maybe at most, if I remember correctly, she saw the specialist once. And then she comes onto the internet and speaks with, like, authority about what it's like to have BPD and uses it to justify her behaviors and things like that. And I'm not saying that maybe BPD does justify this behavior. Maybe that is why she's doing it. Well, justifies the wrong word. Explains this behavior, right? But then it's just like, she loves to do that. She loves to be like, well, it was my BPD that made me reach out to my ex despite my ex not wanting me to talk to her. And that's just what it is. It's just my BPD made me do it. And it's just like, okay, well, that's not an excuse to cross a boundary with her. She set up a boundary with you that she didn't want to talk to you.
And especially because it's like, ultimately, like, after everything's said and done, like, it's my fault because that last little bit, me choosing someone else, it has been very hard. It's very hard.
And whose fault is that?
I know, like, I'm supposed to be going into the new year with, like, #single land, like, I got this glow up, like, but it's like, I can't help how my heart feels, and my heart genuinely...
The heart wants what it wants, I guess.
Speak to her. And I just... It's called love, folks.
It's called therapy, folks. Get into it. Get into it, girly pop.
Called love, but I also had some people asking, like, are you going to message her again? Like...
Don't.
No, I'm just gonna leave it be.
You better.
It's just one of those situations where it's like, figured I would throw that out there, let her know, like, I'm thinking of her, and
okay.
I obviously still love her a lot.
Maybe that's not what she wants.
My perfume is okay.
See, okay, just real quick to wrap it up on that note. Listen, it is completely okay to have, like, a variety of mental health related problems. I feel that. I have my own. I know many people struggle with mental health. I got it. One thing that I guess I'll just speak for myself that I learned is that, like, my mental health is not an excuse for bad behavior, either just in general or especially towards other people, right? Like, and that does not justify the way that you poorly treat somebody else. And so that's my thing here. You want to come on here and talk about having BPD this and BPD that. You need to literally respect this woman's boundaries, all right? She has ended things with you. She's not interested in talking to you. You need to move on, All right, just point blank period. Unless she somehow communicates to you that she no longer feels that way, you know?
And scattered and messy. Like, look at all this. These don't even have a home. This is like a perfume stand that has no perfume on it. So I think it's time that I organize. See, I only bought these ones because a friend was like, this is what I wear. You should try it. It's like, what is it called? Azaro, the Most Wanted. Honestly, smells great, but we're just gonna keep those there. I want eyelash to be the main focus, so I think I'm gonna take a lot of these, put them down there.
I'm obsessed with her perfume decor. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with it. Nothing says I smell great like putting up some perfume bottles as decor in your living room. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Somewhere up here. I'll show you guys like a final at the end. Okay, so here is like the miscellaneous, the one that did have nothing on it. And then here is this one. Look how cute. So I put them in order of the order that they were released.
Oh my gosh.
That's eyelash 1, eyelash 2, eyelash 3.
Listen, what I'll say, Candy Muse, famous RuPaul's Drag Race contestant, said that she wears the Billie Eilish perfume and it smells great. So, Amberlynn Reed, on to something.
She is my favorite. Literally, though, people are sleeping on the Kardashian.
I'm not sleeping on anything. I'm good.
These are incredible as well. Okay, guys, so I'm actually about to go take out my trash, and then I'm actually going to go grocery shopping, but I do want to end this vlog. If I do end up vlogging anything else for the day, I'll throw it in my next vlog, but it is very important that I get this up for you guys.
Please.
I hope that you guys had a great weekend, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Bye. It's kind of wild to me that a majority of that video was all filmed on the day that she posted it, and that she has the capacity of finding things to vlog about in a day, but then somehow most of the vlogs that she's posted so far in the new year have just been like the most miscellaneous, scattered ass clips from 3-4 days at a time, you know? I would be interested to see if she like pushed herself to just vlog more in a day and see what kind of content comes out. I mean, if she's trying to do every other day again, she's gonna have to do a lot of filming today if she wants to have something up for tomorrow, you know? Because that's when the next video would come out. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens in our next vlog, but that, I think, is all the time I have for today. So, I just want to say thank you once again to June's Journey for sponsoring today's video. Of course, if you're interested in trying out the game, you can use the link in my description box down below to download it on your mobile devices. Or you can also use the QR code on the screen right now to download it as well. Thanks again, June's Journey, for sponsoring today's video. If you're brand new to my channel, consider subscribing down below. Hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I love you all so much, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!